How's it going, guys? Universe, back again with another video. Today we're going to be playing the Kfir Canard. But before I start the video, I want to announce that I now have channel memberships enabled on my channel. So if you do want to support me for only $3 a month, you can. So that's up to you. You just click the join button on the main page, and yeah, if you want to support me, I've had requests of people asking for me to enable that so they can support me. But I didn't want to go too high because I didn't want to seem money hungry, because to be truthfully honest, that's just not my intent. I enjoy making content because it's fun. And to be honest, I just want people to see that there is a way to improve in War Thunder, because I know that War Thunder is a very heavy grinding game. But to be truthfully honest, like, anyone can get just as good as me. It's really not that hard. But we're playing the Kfir Canard today, and boy oh boy, can I say that this jet is absolutely fun to play. Especially at this BR when you pretty much have the best engine in the game. This SU-25 here that I'm going after, I shot off an AIM-9G at him, but he was paying attention. And I get a crit there. That's kind of the bad part about this jet, is that the guns are like hit or miss. Sometimes they're absolutely incredible, and sometimes they're the worst guns I've ever seen in my entire life. But luckily for me there, he J's out for me, and so I absolute respect for him, because he could have easily just laughed in my face and continued to get killed by my friendly, but he didn't. And then again, showing off the crazy engine power that I have. Like, against everybody here, I have pretty much the best engine, and I can pretty much just throttle myself up into the sky, and nobody else can catch me. This MiG-21 here is pretty much the only thing that can actually do pretty good against me in terms of engine power. And I get the cleanest shot of my entire life, and you can see me freak out there, because I was like, I couldn't believe that I hit that. I was just blasting, you know what I mean? I was just doing a little bit of trolling. And we took him out. That was a nice kill there. And again, another MiG-21. That's mainly the one thing you'll see down in this BR of 10.7. I believe that's the BR that we are at. You will mainly see MiG-21 BISs and SMTs. Those are going to be the bane of your existence. And to be truthfully honest, they're really not that hard to defeat. They're quite easy. I mean, to be truthfully honest, you have what it feels like most of the time a better, more capable jet, because yes, you can see here with that MiG-21 there, he's going to instantly turn as hard as he can to try to make me overshoot, but what I'm just going to do is just pull straight up. I'm not going to lose any speed. I'm going to pull straight up, and I'm going to always be faster than him. And then look at him. He's going to try to catch up in speed, but he does not have the engine power to get him fast enough, and I always have the energy advantage on him, and I just win every single time. That's why I would say, to be truthfully honest, the MiG-21 is not that great. Even the BIS is just not that great, because you just lose speed way too fast. While the Kfir Canard, yes, it does have a delta wing, you are not losing speed as much as the MiG-21 is, to be truthfully honest. But to be truthfully honest, like, also the SU-25 is your main competitor, to be truthfully honest, because I know I've said, to be truthfully honest, like 8 times already in the first, like, 2 or 3 minutes in the video, but the SU-25 is kind of crazy. Like, that thing is absolutely annoying. Like, your guns can sometimes absolutely blast the SU-25 out of this planet, and sometimes it does no damage at all. It's very hit or miss, and I don't know if that's like the real shatter going into effect, because I know that they fixed it, but that doesn't mean that real shatter doesn't exist. It's still kind of there, but it's just not really as present as it was before. To be honest, this was a wipeout. This was just a complete wipeout. The Kfir Canard is just so much fun because you just have the best engine out of everyone in the match. There's only a couple people left, and I spot this SU-25. It's Andre 7574. Absolute gamer, just going straight to straight line. I think he's going to go after a base, probably a bot bomber. And I absolutely whiff all my shots, and he gets missiled out of the sky, and all my friendlies go completely crazy. It's completely seagull on that man. They absolutely did not care at all, and they wanted that kill desperately. I'm going to pop a blind hunt here, and last player is on the airfield, of course. Always on the airfield. MiG-21, a classic, you know what I mean? He could easily just play the game and get some kills, but he refuses to play the game. And this is where we punish him. There's one thing that if you don't know already, if somebody is sitting on their airfield, if you go above their airfield at around 17,000 feet, their airfield will not attack you. It won't be able to, because you're just so high up, and you're just at a certain angle where they can't attack you. And it's just so easy. Like, look at this poor little man, just about to get absolutely decimated. He's just out of the match. There is nothing that saves you if you are on your airfield. There's nothing that saves you, to be truthfully honest. You will always be decimated. And it's just quite unfortunate. That's a nice first game there. Absolutely clutching. I don't have a lot of gameplay to show today. Usually I have about 3 or 4 games to show. But in this video, I'm only showing 2 games. On to the next one here. It is Vietnam. And this game was, in particular, a very special game. I made a community post a little bit ago talking about bombing in War Thunder, how bombing in War Thunder is the most useless thing ever. Now, I would say that there is some case scenarios where it's okay. Like, for example, if you're bombing and then going straight after kills, there's nothing wrong with that. The grind is rough. You have to min-max as best you can to get as much RP as possible. There is absolutely nothing wrong with going for a base and then going after players. Now, what I will say is there's absolutely something mentally wrong with you if you go after a base and then go back to base and then go after another base again. There is something wrong with you mentally if you think that's okay to do. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know this already, if you lose a match, you lose RP. If you win a match, you gain RP for winning. And if you just bomb bases and you do nothing, you're one less player on the team, which means you're ultimately putting your team at a disadvantage, which means your team has a higher chance of losing. Therefore, you are losing RP. I understand some people don't want to go through the grind for super long. They don't want to really play the jet that they're playing. And so they bomb and then get kills. There's nothing wrong with that. My community post was mainly after people who are just bombing and bombing and bombing and bombing and bombing and not going for kills, like the game was intended to be. And I think that was kind of on me, to be honest, because I didn't really point that out mainly within the community post. I kind of did that in the comments. But I should have probably made that more clear through my community post, so I apologize about that, guys. And classic F5C moment, straight to the ground he goes. Absolutely brain-dead F5C players. They will do anything but get killed by an enemy. They'd rather hit the ground and spend 5 minutes in the lobby waiting to queue up again because they'd rather die to the ground than to a player. It's really cringe. A7E is well 2 straight in front of us. I whiff my shots, but I'm not worried at all. This guy's not really a threat. I have a better engine than him. I'm just going to stay fast. If he tries to evade me, he'll get slow, and if he gets slow, he dies to a friendly. So no matter what happens, it's a win-win situation for me. I didn't really see our friendly there until later on, but he starts going after the A7E, and at that point I'm like, okay, there's not really much that I can do. If he kills the A7E, I'm just wasting my time. Gotta head back. But he didn't get the kill. Actually, he did get the kill. Sorry, it was a little late, but he did probably knock out his tail. But at this point, we're just zooming. Like the engine power that we have above everybody else just makes us so much better, because you can literally just go with like 1,400 on the deck, and you're absolutely chilling. F5 straight ahead. This guy's gotten extremely slow. This is exactly why I've said to stay fast within my How to Survive More video. If you haven't seen that already, you should check that out. It's on my homepage. And the guy gets absolutely decimated. I will say this over and over again. Stay fast. That's not something I said because I was just being funny. That's the truth. Stay fast. Especially in a situation where you know there are still enemies in the game. The only time you should really be getting slow is when you know there's nobody around. And this F104J is finding out that I have a major skill issue. Like, holy moly, what was I doing? Why can I not hit my shots? I finally am able to get him in the match there, and that's what I mean hit or miss with the guns, is because sometimes they're absolutely incredible and they blast people out of the world. And sometimes they do no damage at all, and that was a perfect example of it, because that guy got absolutely blasted. I think literally the explosion probably knocked his monitors off his desk. Like, there's nothing he could have done there. He was absolutely a goner. And we can see there are 2 A10s down below. This is going to get interesting because those 2 A10s have a very long history within this match. Again, another F5E, this time a very valuable target, getting extremely slow. Again, stay fast. There's no point in getting slow when you know there are enemies still around. There's no point at all. And we're at 5 kills now because people were just continuing to make mistakes and they refused to play the game correctly. And that's just going to get them cost. That's going to cost them a death. And that's just how it is. I'm going to spot an F5 as well, too, right in front of me. Spartan 0051. This guy will be the bane of my existence. I will not lie. This guy put up one hell of a fight and refused to die. This poor Kfir Canard Scorpion, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was new to the game or what, but he did not do a whole lot for me, and I feel bad because he gets absolutely dunked on, and this F5 here is absolutely going to just toy with me. And I'm realizing, I'm like, he's getting slow. There's nothing I can do here. I have a better engine anyways. I'm just going to literally go up. I'm just going to hold S. I mean, I don't really hold S. I hold W. But everyone says they hold S, which means that they have their controls inverted. I don't. My controls are not inverted. I just press W to go up and S to go down, which I know some people may be absolutely vomiting to hear that, but that is the truth. Like right now, I was holding W. Like, they got holding W. And this F5's slow. This should have been an easy shot for me, but for whatever reason, I was skill eschewing super hard that day. And I refused to kill the player. And I'm just going to blast and blast and blast and blast. No matter what I do, this kid refuses to die. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo at that rate. I screwed myself over by being impatient, which, to be honest, that's completely on me. Skill issue. And my friendly's dead. My friendly is going after an A10, and you can see my mouse on the screen there. I'm freaking out because I'm like, this kid just dogfighted an A10 rather than helping me. For whatever reason, in whatever fucking planet that kid was living on, he chose to go after an A10 and dogfight an A10 rather than helping his friendly kill the F5E, which is a much higher value target. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on within that kid's head, but he screwed over the game for us. Truthfully honest, he screwed over the game for us. Look at that F5 pulled off. I'm going to go back to base RTB, and we're back into it. It's me and Spartan again, 1v1ing. If you don't already remember, it's 2 A10s and the F5 here. They're the last players left. That's something you need to take note of every time you're playing a game, is take note of the players that are still in there and what jets they're fighting in. Now, we're at 40,000 feet here. Due to the low air, there's not a whole lot for us to be doing here. We can't really turn that hard. I can't really lose speed that great. I'm kind of just playing this immersive, like acting like this is quite literally the Vietnam War and dogfighting at high altitude. Like, this is so boring. I don't know how anyone can do this, and this is exactly why I'm a trash dueler. I don't duel, guys. I am awful at dueling. I'm good at strategic playing the game and playing the game being strategic, but I'm brain dead when it comes to dueling. And this is exactly what I mean. Like, at this point here, I was like, okay, he's not churning after me, so I'm just going to go down, I'm going to drop my altitude, and I'm going to put us down to a lower altitude where I have the advantage of having the higher speed and better engine. What I didn't know was the F5 was actually still going after me, and I thought he couldn't turn very well, so I thought I had the advantage on him, but matter of fact, I just let him get on my 6. This is exactly what I mean when I say that I'm an awful dueler. I'm absolutely brain dead here. What was I thinking? But the good part is, I have a plan. I know one thing is for sure. No matter what happens here, the Kfir Canard has a better engine than the F5. I always know this. So if I go into the vertical, I will always outspeed the F5 in the vertical. But this F5 is smart. He's not getting down to the deck with me. He's staying at an altitude where he has an advantage on me. Now, I can either choose to dogfight him and, fuck around, find out, and get absolutely my booty clapped, and dig down on some gangsta shit. But I'm going to try to dig him straight towards the ground as close as I possibly can and drain his speed out because his body, or his airframe, can't really handle high speed, so he's ultimately just going to lose more speed the lower altitude that he is, or like at sea level. This is exactly what I'm going to take advantage of. I know for a fact I have a better engine than him. So at this point, I'm pretty much praying to God that my better engine continues and that I absolutely dominate. Shoots off the last missile that he has, and I'm just going to continue to go vertical, and I'm just praying with every little ounce of me that he will not kill me. Sorry, pausing the video here, but editor here, this is me, Universe, again, editing the video. I want to mention there was a friendly in the match the entire game when I was dogfighting this F5. Did you spot him anywhere? Yeah, but you probably did not, because all he did was bomb. And I thought I'd just add that in because I forgot to say that. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. He gets a little hit on my edge there, and that kind of does screw me over a little bit, but the smoke from being up at high altitude kind of blocks his vision. He can't really see me that well, and he's going to struggle to get the rest of the shots on. But this is exactly what I mean. Because he's shooting as well, too, he's also creating more speed loss because he's pushing himself down with gravity. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but he's ultimately slowing himself down the more he shoots as well, too. And this is exactly what I mean. I'm stalled out in here. I'm going to use full real controls. I'm going to drop myself straight down towards the ground. And now I have his 6. Again, I'm not a really good dueler, and I'll make it very clear, because every time I have people telling me to duel, I suck at dueling. I'm absolutely garbage. I'm only good strategically, Like, if you put me and another Kfir, if you put two Kfirs together, like me and another Kfir, I will probably get dunked on because I don't know how to dogfight that well in a duel. I'm better at like, strategic playing in the real match. But at this point here, it's over. I have this F5. The game should be over here. But unfortunately for me, as we were talking about bombers, my last friendly is an AI bomber. All he's been doing is bombing the entire time and not killing anybody. There were 2 A10s left, 2 of the easiest targets to kill. Absolute brain-dead monkeys that he could have easily killed, but he refused to, and I absolutely just dominate that F5. I show him who's daddy, and I'm the king of the match. But unfortunately for me, the game is over. My friendly chose to bomb and bomb and bomb and bomb, and he never went for any of the A10s, and because of that, the A10s drained our tickets, and we lost the match. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.